Hello gaming and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Well, we just successfully defended our best friend and space husbando, to most of you, from harm.
They hardly got through. And we took out Garm and his bloodbath. This day just gets better and better. He was one tough son of a bitch.
You knew Garm?
You fought with him before?
Yeah, we tangled once. Caught him alone, none of his gang to help him. Still couldn't take him out. I've never seen a Krogan regen that fast. He's a freak of nature. He just kept at it until his Fortune showed up. It was close, but I had to let him go. Not this time.
Should we go? Let's go.
Only the Blue Suns are left. I say we take our chances and fight our way out.
I think you're right. Tarek's got the toughest group, but nothing we haven't faced before. Besides, he won't be expecting us to meet him head-on.
Look out!
Thought we took care of that thing.
I took that thing out already.
They fixed it, but not completely. I made sure of that.
You damn... I gotta switch to shields.
Watch your back.
Alright, so you're up there. Let's get rid of you. Blue people always use shields. Alright, now we can switch back to armor piercing.
Inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter.
Alright. They already took out your armor for me. Okay. Now...
Down the sidewall. Ground floor.
Ground floor, dang it.
Reach the rear stairs.
Yeah, I know. Someone get past. Goodbye.
One down.
I recommend you stop peeking. Goodbye. I need some ammo. There we go. There we go. Oh, here comes the bad part. Oof. That was a big hit.
Garus.
Garus is down. Time to take out that gunship. Thankfully I got armor-piercing rounds. I do have armor-piercing rounds on, yes.
Just the thing to help.
Okay. We are taking a lot of damage, but so are they. Oh, I had to move before I could take it out in one go. And I didn't reload. And now they're sending in reinforcements. Alright, come on. Show yourself. There we go. And it's over.
We're getting you out of here, Garus. Just hold on. Radio Joker, make sure they're ready for us.
We better hurry. He looks bad.
Oh boy. He took a hit. Level up. Extracted Archangel from Mercenary siege and rescued him for the team. Unclear whether injury to Archangel will impair his ability to assist in the mission. Regardless, Revelation of identity as Garus Vicarian useful in keeping Shepard comfortable. We got a new battle rifle. Submachine gun damage increase. Omni tool slash tech damage upgrade. Some credits and some ezo. Listening to the AI is a good idea.
Commander, we've done what we could for Garus, but he took a bad hit. The doc's corrected with surgical procedures and some cybernetics. Best we can tell, he'll have full functionality, but...
Shepard?
Tough son of a bitch. Didn't think he'd be up yet.
Nobody would give me a mirror. How bad is it?
No worse than usual, buddy.
Hell, Garus, you were always ugly. Slap some face paint on there, and no one will even notice.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Damn it, my face is barely holding together as it is. Probably for the best. Everyone was always ignoring you and hitting on me. Time for you to get a fair shot at it.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm more worried about you. Cerberus, Shepard. You remember those sick experiments they were doing?
You've got my back.
That's why I'm glad you're here, Garus. If I'm walking into hell, I want someone I trust at my side.
You realize this plan has me walking into hell, too. Just like old times. I'm fit for duty whenever you need me, Shepard. I'll settle in and see what I can do with the forward batteries.
Time for him to begin calibrating. It's his signature catchphrase right there. Calibrations. Alright, before I hit this stuff, let's do the rounds. Morden?
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, would like that, actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group studying genophage. Yeah, wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
What did you do?
What was the Special Task Group doing with the Krogan genophage?
Study at first, as I said, but uncovered surprising data. Krogan population was increasing at faster rate than expected. Krogan were adapting to genophage, overcoming disease.
How did it happen?
Did the Krogan evolve, or did some of their scientists develop a treatment?
Krogan scientists? Never met Krogan scientist worthy of term. No. Natural evolution. Krogan physiology incredibly durable. Organ redundancy, backup systems, cellular regeneration. Genophage like any other natural hazard. Krogan evolved past it.
Perhaps they weren't adapting.
Maybe they were just having a lucky year. Or fewer mercs left, meaning more Krogan were left to repopulate.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental concerns accounted for. Not an undergraduate. Population spike caused by adaptation to genophage. No other possibility.
This is good news.
The genophage was a terrible mistake. It nearly destroyed the Krogan and their culture. Now they have a chance to recover.
Naive viewpoint. Krogan too dangerous to allow unchecked birth rate. Look at Krogan rebellions. Personally led a science team. Geneticists, chemists, sociologists, mathematicians. Created new version of genophage. Released it onto Chanka, other Krogan-centric areas. Restabilized Krogan population.
This was the best choice? Investigate.
How did you distribute the modified genophage?
Covert drops, hospitals, clan centers, water supplies. Very difficult. Few Solarians on Tuchanka. Team got caught a few times. Had to fight free. Messy. Better when things went as planned.
Effects of modification.
How did your genophage modification work?
Krogan evolution attached garbage genetic code to genophage attack sites. Modification created other areas for garbage code to connect. Left sites clean, capable, running smoothly.
Was this the best choice?
You never considered other options?
Hundreds. Thousands. Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger, averted potential genocide, or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy. Krogan included.
Why not go all the way? Thank you for telling me.
I doubt you've told many people about this, Morden. I appreciate you letting me know.
Wanted you to know I'm willing to do what's necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time.
Alright, let's talk with Jacob.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking in?
Don't be so formal, Jacob.
I like to know my crew. Forget procedure. Tell me about yourself.
Informal, huh? Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no Reapers or anything, but I got swept under the rug too. The more good you do, the less they want to admit that something needed doing.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
You don't mind their methods?
You don't seem like a results-at-all-costs kind of guy. Cerberus history doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is all politics. Somebody has to take down the bad people. Cerberus keeps that line, I'm on their side.
Understandable. Career highlights.
What was your proudest career moment?
The job I'm proudest of wasn't for the Alliance. Nobody really knows about it. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council. Miranda and I stopped it.
Why wasn't that reported?
Strange that it wasn't bigger news.
The real work doesn't get publicized, you know that. They say it's better that people don't know how fragile the system is or how close the bad guys can get. So, it never happened. Like you and the Reaper. And that's why I'm here.
We're still in top shape.
You look like you came through no worse for wear.
If nothing else, the Alliance trains their people well. Once you live that life, you can't sit around getting fat. You know how it goes. Although I bet Cerberus put you back together better than ever. Get any upgrades?
Not needed.
I'm glad enough they restored me to stock. Couldn't hurt to keep some spare parts handy, though.
I hear that. Your job isn't getting any safer. You know, I used to wonder what the big deal with you was. But now that we're in deep, I'm glad it's not me in the spotlight.
There's no hiding, Jacob. Not for any of us.
Don't worry. This is exactly what I signed on for. If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Alrighty then. I wanted to check this. I don't think... Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Mantis for a while. Hand cannon, Carfax, arc projector. Alright, Garus. Yeah, we'll keep you with the Collector Assault Rifle. You probably shouldn't have that at this point, but I'll let you keep it. And no, do not get the Incisor. You stick with the Mantis. Actually, you know, I usually like him to have the other one, just for the sake of, having two different snipers and seeing the results. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. See, no, I'm gonna keep you on that. Miranda, yeah, you're good, and Morden, you are good as well. Alright. Let's see here. Kelly.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Alright.
How is our newest Turian crew member doing? His injuries looked painful.
Garus is tough.
He's a soldier. It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down.
There's something about him. I just want to hold him close and whisper, "It will be all right."
You and everybody else. Are you into aliens? Leave him alone.
I've been through a lot too, Kelly. Some of your therapy sounds perfect right now.
Someday we'll have to set aside some time and really talk. Anything else, Commander?
How's the
Is
crew?
there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Same old,
I
same
better
old,
go.
okay.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Alright, see, team status. Alright, we'll stick with what we got now. Upgrades, unread messages. Cerberus command requests. Reports tell us you've been operating in the Omega Nebula. We'd like you to look into a situation on Lorik, a nearby planet in the Fothar system. Scan the planet for a base. We believe Eclipse Mercs are holding one of our operatives. Should be able to detect the operative's transmitter, extract the operative if the operative is beyond rescue, cover any relevant intel that Eclipse may have collected. It's a very delicate matter, Shepard. We trust in your discretion. You're not dead. Title, you're not dead. From Emily Wong. You're alive? How come you broke whatever cover you've been under for 2 years but didn't offer an exclusive interview to your favorite reporter? Whenever you come up for air and are ready to talk, let me know. Emily Wong. Things are quiet again. Omega Clinic Desk. Commander, I wanted to thank you again for saving me from those Batarians. Thought I'd seen the worst of people's anger and fear at Dr. Solis' clinic. I had no idea how much anger his work was keeping in check. How bad it really was. If not for you, I'd be dead. Thank you. The clinic is doing well. You got rid of most of the plague, and I've been able to handle the rest without too much trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take over security here. I keep the mechs powered on. I won't make the same mistake twice. Thanks, Daniel. Alright. I need to go up to my room and feed my fish. And then I need to speak with Garus. Get his upgrades. Fish, you are fed. Do not die, or I will kill you. I don't know how that works, but okay. Space hamster. Squeak. Alright, we're all good here. We fed the fish. Data pad, okay. There we go. Now let's head to the crew quarters. We'll speak with Garus. Might as well talk to Dr. Chakwas. See if she's recovered from the brandy. Let's see how this guy's doing.
Another colony's gone missing.
Ferris Fields, I heard. That's not far from New Canton. Did your family get back to Earth?
Not yet. My mother-in-law's given us grief. Operative Lawson assures me the transport team will physically drag them away if need be.
Of course, mother-in-law's given grief. You know how that is. Alright, let's see here. How you feeling, Dr. Chakwas?
Commander, I very much enjoyed sharing that ice brandy with you. But I hope I wasn't too unprofessional. Brandy goes straight to my head.
I enjoyed it.
It's nice to see you let your hair down.
Guess I hadn't realized how much those feelings needed airing. But I didn't give you much of a chance to vent. So tell me now. What do you think?
We must save humanity.
Everyone's depending on us. We won't let them down.
They just don't make them like you anymore, Shepard. Well, promise me we'll share a bottle every year. The next one is on me.
You got it, Doctor. Alright. So, as soon as I get the medical equipment upgrade, which is one of the things that I want to focus on, I'll be able to...
Thank you, Commander. Rupert put the new supplies to good use.
You're welcome. Once I get the medical upgrade, I'll fix all my scars.
Shepard, need me for something?
Normandy weapons.
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
Looks like Cerberus upgraded what the ship carried before. Should have a bit more kick. I still don't like our chances against a collector ship, though. Not unless we upgrade the guns.
Got it. Cerberus crew.
Have the Cerberus crewmen given you any trouble?
I think being part of the team that took down Saren got me some points. Everyone I talked to was polite, anyway. Don't worry, Commander. We're all working together.
Okay, Normandy upgrades.
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
A few, yeah. Here, take a look.
Alright. Prototypes, ship enhancements. So the Phoenix cannon. But we're focusing on... Oh, wow. We're so close to getting the cannons already. But we want to get the med bay as soon as possible. Okay, armor. Prototypes, advanced training, okay.
Let me know when you've got the materials for me to upgrade our guns.
You got it.
Have you got a minute?
Sure. Just checking the weapon systems. You can never be too careful. I thought I'd seen every weapon in the galaxy in our fight against Saren. Mercenary work showed me otherwise. And now Cerberus rebuilds the Normandy with a few upgrades to boot. I wish we joined up with them sooner.
We're not with them.
We haven't joined Cerberus. They're funding our mission, that's all.
Relax, Shepard. Just a figure of speech. I can't exactly doubt your judgment. Not after I got my own squad killed.
Squad activities.
What did your Merc squad do? It didn't sound like you were available for hire.
You saw Omega. It was full of thugs kicking the helpless. I formed my team to kick back. We weren't mercenaries. At least nobody was paying us. We made money by taking down slavers, pirates, or gangs that went too far.
You were a thug?
It sounds like you were just another gang.
Then I'm saying it wrong. We didn't shake anyone down. No civilian casualties. That was our rule. Every member of my team had lost someone to Omega's gangs. We weren't out to get rich. We were out to make those bastards think twice before murdering someone in the street.
Gangs must have hated you.
Doesn't sound like you made any friends with the gangs.
I got 3 separate merc bands to work together to take me down. My manager at CSEC would be impressed. It was simple. We'd hit their shipments, disrupt activities, get under their skin, make them angry. They'd come charging right into our well-prepared kill zone, crossfire and snipers, clean and surgical. They never stood a chance.
Of course. Garus' history.
How'd you end up fighting mercenaries here on Omega?
I went back to CSEC after the Normandy was destroyed, but with all the rebuilding at the Citadel, there was too much chaos for me to really help. Omega was filled with criminals nobody else could touch, and there was no red tape to slow me down. It was a perfect fit. People here needed someone to believe in, someone to stand up to the local thugs.
How'd you get a group?
That explains how you started. How'd you end up with a squad?
Not too different from how you formed your squad to fight Saren, actually. You prove that you get things done, and people join up. Mercs who wanted to atone. Security consultants tired of playing by the rules. I gave them hope. And now they're dead. Shows what I know.
Garus, you came so close to doing what I'm trying to do.
Tell me about your squad.
There were 12 of us, including me. Former military operatives, CSEC agents, the usual. Had a Solarian explosives expert. Pretty sure he'd spent time in the Special Tasks group. My tech expert was a Batarian, believe it or not. Not the friendliest guy, but he could hack any system ever built.
Alright. What happened to you?
How did those mercenary gangs take down your team?
It was my own damn fault. One of my people betrayed me. A Turian named Sidonis. He drew me away just before the mercs attacked my squad. Then he disappeared. Everyone except me is dead because of him. And because I didn't see it coming.
Give me the rundown. Maybe he was a casualty.
I'm not sure I understand. What happened exactly?
Sidonis asked for my help on a job. When I got to the meeting point, nobody was there. By the time I got back to our hideout, the mercs had killed all but 2 of my squad. And they didn't last long.
Maybe he was a casualty.
Are you sure it was a betrayal? Maybe they took Sidonis out first.
No. I put out feelers with some old contacts. He booked transport off Omega just before the attack. He also cleared out his private accounts before he left. He sold me out and ran.
Have you found him?
Do you know where Sidonis is now?
No. His trail vanishes after he leaves Omega, but I'll keep hunting. I lost my whole team except for Sidonis. One day I'll find him and correct that. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I've got some things to take care of.
Poor Garus. He's basically the Turian version of Shepard. But his team unfortunately just got murdered. And it's technically his fault, so... Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well.
As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Not Cerberus. This is my operation. Why did you join Cerberus?
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
Cerberus protection.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
Cerberus appreciates you?
I assume that Cerberus approved of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture. And I feel like I have a purpose here.
You're better than that. Miranda's father.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
Miranda's father, Miranda's mother.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
You talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used. By your father? By Cerberus?
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
That's not what defines you.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
I should have chosen that option that no longer became available first. That's okay. I'll get over it. I think we only got these two still.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty. What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Nothing of interest here. Since I already beat you at poker. Or whatever game you said. Alrighty then. We have done the rounds, it is time to move on. I'm gonna head over to the lab and do some upgrading. I don't have much to do, but I better get it done now. Okay. Submachine gun damage. Shield piercing for SMGs. And we're good. Tech damage, 2 of 5. Tech duration, heck yeah. Alright. And we're all good. Okay, moving on. So I've decided I'm gonna go back to Omega. Mostly because I have some bad news to deliver to Aria about the people that were trying to do some damage to her. But also, so I can do the side mission for the DLC character. then let's go. Oh, I also need to level up, don't I? Definitely gotta bring Garus with me. I'll use the alternative outfit. Yeah, let's use, let's use Jacob for now. We're about to do something with... Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I could get cryo ammo up, but that's not pivotal. I want to focus on operative, I think. Yeah, let's focus on operative, so... I'm gonna hold off on leveling right now so we can get extra stuff. Get operative up to maximum. Alright, let's see. Jacob, you got zip. You got 12 points. Yeah, we'll just auto. No, we're not gonna auto. Okay. How do we unlock... Oh, that's right, it's loyalty. Undo. You know what, I'm gonna take this one away. Never mind. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll do that. We'll get Turian Rebel as high as we can. And then we'll do Overload. I like that better than what you were thinking. Mostly because Turian Rebel increases a lot of stuff. And then we'll try to get Turian Rebel to max next time. Alright, I think we're all good. Yeah, I for some reason I really like the outfit with the whole medical device hovering over Garrus's cheek.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. I have also run searches for reports on Archangel. The various mercenary groups appear to believe that he is dead.
Works for me.
Yeah. So, Zahid is right over there. We gotta turn in stuff with Aria first.
Come on, let me in. Aria's expecting me.
Yeah, since we found that stuff stating that the mercenary groups were gonna come after her, and we delivered to her, she's very happy about that. Kind of. Hello.
What do you need?
This data pad was on one of the mercs that was after Archangel. They were coming for you next.
Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
Thanks for the heads up, Shepard. Looks like I'll have to do a little cleaning in my organization.
Indeed, that's all I wanted.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
You do that.
That's all we needed, just a little bit of experience points.
Aria has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
What's the job?
That depends on what Aria has in mind.
Aria's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers. A Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
Why kill Patriarch?
What's the blood pack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut. Some people don't appreciate his stories. Especially when he dips into non-fiction.
Why protect Patriarch?
What's Aria's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one of her deadliest enemies back in the old days. Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy. As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Aria.
Why ask me?
Why come to me? Aria's usual muscle not up for the job?
Because Aria said so. What other reason do you need?
Real reason would be nice.
People like Aria don't do things without a damn good reason. I want to hear it.
Fine, but I didn't tell you this. Got me? If it gets out that Aria's protecting Patriarch, well, that can look like a weakness. And some people might want to exploit that. You're not on a payroll, so you helping Patriarch just seems like a random act of kindness.
I'll do it.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done. You'll get your due.
I'll be back.
I'll be back when the job is done.
Good luck.
Alright. No need to talk to Helena Blake anymore. Alright, time for the Patriarch mission. Oh, it's just a dancer. Like, what's that about? Just a dancer.
No, he said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. I don't think I know you, Hill. I'm the Patriarch. Aria's Patriarch. What do you want?
Investigate.
What do you know about Aria?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock. When Aria arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones in my body, and left me alive.
Why?
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor. I knew how things worked. I knew who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
Got any enemies?
Rumor has it some people want you dead. Know anything about that?
Oh, I could think of a few. I know things. Old secrets, old grudges. A few floors you can dig up to find bodies underneath. Someone who wanted to weaken Aria might come after me. They do it to get to her, you see. Not for me. I don't matter enough anymore to have enemies of my own.
Patriarch.
Why do they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Aria's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live. Kept me around as an advisor and a trophy.
War stories.
A Krogan as old as you must have some great stories.
I killed a lot of people, lived well, and was beaten by a small Asari who keeps me around as an example. My time is done. Anyone I killed is long forgotten. The stories are Aria's now.
You have to get out of here.
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Aria wouldn't want me hurt. It would make her look bad. Perhaps Aria's reputation is no longer my concern. Perhaps I will stay. See who thinks me important enough to kill.
Let us be your muscle.
Here's an idea. Let me handle the assassins for you.
And so your name grows, while I remain an old man who lets others fight his battle.
No. You remain a powerful warlord with forces at his command. Not just Aria's trophy.
Well, you could be my Trent, fighting for my honor. If you would do this for me, I would be grateful. I might even be a Krogan again.
You got it. Find the thugs in or near Afterlife and kill them on behalf of the Patriarch. Looking for someone?
Out of our way, human.
You here for Patriarch?
What if we are? You gonna do something about it?
I had to stop you.
Patriarch sent us. Said to do whatever it takes.
You're Patriarch's Krant? I wasn't aware the old man had one.
You should have done your homework.
Easy enough. I didn't even actually have to fight him.
You killed them all. And everyone knows that the Patriarch is not to be crossed. Thanks to you, Aria may think of me as more than a trophy. A real advisor, maybe. Or even a threat.
Goodbye.
Take care, Patriarch.
For the first time, I like that name. By the way, be careful with Aria. She will approve of what you've done, I think. But not of you altering the balance of Omega. I think it reminds her too much of herself.
No worries there. I have no intention of displacing her. There's a reason I gave her that data pad. I wanted to know that I'm on her side. I'm sure she's up to a lot of terrible things, but she's the boss here. You do not mess with the boss.
Aria wants to speak with you, human. She heard you took on the Blood Pack assassins yourself. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
You got it.
Word has it that Patriarch's Krant took out the men sent here to kill. Funny, I didn't know he had a Krant.
Stronger than you knew.
Patriarch has more influence than you thought.
I see. Well, maybe I should watch my back then. It's not what I asked, but you got the job done. You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor. We're sending your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours.
No thanks.
I'm not looking for payment from you.
Look at you. So proud. Whatever you find is yours to deal with.
I am Patriarch.
Sounds like you and Patriarch have a history.
Our history is Omega's history. Long, bloody, and always ending in my favor. The details are complicated. When I arrived, Omega was lawless, a land of opportunity. I built alliances and destroyed the fools who wouldn't get in line, which was most of them. But Patriarch, he was something different. A powerful friend.
You weren't enemies?
I'm surprised you were ever anything but rivals.
We were allies for 100 years. I suppose he decided that was long enough. Wasn't a surprise when he turned. He controlled the muscle, my people contributed more subtle action. Espionage, politics, assassination. Fortunately for me, his men had become accustomed to certain benefits of working with Asari.
What do you mean?
Superior intel? Assassination?
No.
That's cute. No, I took advantage of certain skills my people try to downplay. Patriarch's men abandoned him in droves. In the end, we fought face to face on this very spot. The toughest fight of my life. But of course I won.
Why call him Patriarch?
Patriarch doesn't sound like something an Asari would come up with.
I found it humorous. He wanted power, and we pretended he had it with a word that doesn't exist for my people. I eventually found a certain respect for the title and the man.
Why keep him alive so long?
So you kept him around as a trophy?
I did. A trophy and an example. Whenever someone thought about taking me on, I pointed them to Patriarch. Dignity is one of the few commodities not available on Omega.
Interesting, but let's move on.
Do you need something else?
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime? You look like you need to loosen up a little.
Yeah, sure I do.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, this bar is not nearly as fun without the music. Alright, moving on. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna stop by the shops before we do the main mission.
Come on, let me in.
Let's go... No, we gotta go... If we can, we gotta get the Dragon Age armor. Alright.
End it now. The study, sponsored by Genera Staffing Services, promises to...
Alright, let's see. Capacitor chest plate. This is delayed before shields start regenerating. Hack module. Doubles the time limit for hack. Terminus armor and Black Storm. I'm gonna get the hack module.
We can use this.
Then...
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient rat
Simulator... Capacitor helmet. Blood Dragon armor. Let's get the Blood Dragon armor.
small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The council
Alright.
a full investigation. Alliance military officials are having difficulty meeting hiring quotas, according to a new report. Since Eden Prime, an initial surge in patriotic enlistments was followed by a downturn, as the public became skeptical that the
I should have bought the heavy skin weave. That's alright. We'll get all the other stuff next time. Money. Money is everything. Okay, those guys aren't ready to do stupid things yet. Okay. Here we go.
Please, you have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
How much do you know?
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Who's your friend?
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates, even.
Please, I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
You and Cerberus.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Of course. Welcome aboard.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No, he didn't.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
We can do that.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Alright. That's Saeed. let's head back to the Normandy. Now we're gonna make a stop over at the Citadel so we can pick up our favorite thief. Alright.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you. Take care of Garus. From Nala Butler. Commander Shepard, my husband was one of the men serving on Garrus's team. I don't know how much Garus talked to you about what happened. I don't know the specifics myself, only that my husband died in a trap set by those bastard gangs. I know Garus blames himself. He took every shot fired at his squad as a failure on his part. And it was clear when he sent me the message about my husband that he thinks it was his fault. My husband would never have wanted that. He was proud of the work he did on Garus' squad. He was taking back Omega from the gangs. He died fighting with honor. I miss him. God, I'd give anything to have him back. Whatever happened there wasn't Garus' fault. You're his commander now. Please, if you can, help him stop blaming himself. And please don't tell him that I sent you this. Thank you. Alright. Are you ready to feed my fish yet?
Morden's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, let's head to the Citadel real quick. Just want to get, our thief. Mass relay. Recruit the convict. And secure smuggled cargo. Alright. Recruit the warlord. Explore Normandy crash site. Investigate Project Overlord. Recruit the master thief. Recruit the convict is not the master thief. We want the master thief right now. Alright, let's see, do we need fuel? No, we're all good there. Oh, we could use the extra probes though. There we go. Let's land on the Citadel and get... what's her name? For some reason I just can't remember her name right now. I'm guessing Cerberus probably has a private dock, just like the military. They probably pay a lot of money for that private dock, too. Alright, decontamination. It's a lot more fun when it was realistic. I'm gonna bring you so we can level you up, and I'll bring you as well. Leave you alone. You can't take anything. And you, we want to do as many of these as we can. There we go. Good enough. Alright, let's see what Zaid is packing. I'm gonna let you have the Vindicator, and you can have Mantis. I should put him on the other one and have Garus on the Mantis. Alright.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
Kasumi.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Silence is golden.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
Have you been briefed?
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
Why the secrecy?
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
You sure?
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
You and Cerberus.
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
What deal?
I assume this deal is something I should know about?
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Heist?
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
Huh? Donovan Hawk.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
Expecting trouble?
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
Good point. Gray box.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware?
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Of course. Sumi's partner.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
What did it say?
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
I see why you want it.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
We'll take care of it.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun. We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Off she goes.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight. Every 5 seconds, the main...
Alright. I'm just here to check on Citadel souvenirs. No items available. Perfect. Alright, let's head back to the Normandy. And then we'll call it a day. Alright, gaming, thank you so much for joining me today, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out when you do that. As I always like to say at the end of these videos, don't get assassinated!